Good evening, distinguished listeners. Today, I'll be reading out the Robin Hood short story from bedtimeshortstories.com. Long ago, in England, there was a wicked, greedy Prince John. He ordered that the Sheriff Nottingham tax the people so heavily that some were forced to become outlaws. Two of the most famous outlaws were Robin Hood and Little John, who would steal the tax money back from the sheriff and give it back to the poor. One day, Prince John was travelling by coach to Nottingham to pick up some more tax money. He was so busy counting his gold that he didn't even notice the passing through Sherwood Forest, the home of Robin Hood, nor did he see that Little John and Robin Hood were already waiting and watching him from a tree. "Now, look at all that gold. Hey, Little John, let's pay Prince John a little visit," said Robin Hood. In his coach, Prince John was talking to his counsellor, Sir Hiss, about his favourite subject, gold. "Life has become so wonderful since King Richard left for the Crusades. He treated the people much too nicely, and he missed out on all of this lovely gold," said Prince John. Robin Hood and Little John were standing by the roadside, disguised as two fortune-tellers when the coach passed by. Prince John ordered to stop the coach. While Robin Hood told Prince John's fortune, he slipped the royal rings off of his fingers, and Little John helped himself to the prince's gold. Prince John never even knew he was robbed until Robin and Little John escaped. Meanwhile, the Sheriff of Nottingham was busy collecting taxes. He even took the coin that Mrs. Bunny had given her son, Skippy, for his birthday. The sheriff had no heart. Robin Hood didn't think little Skippy should go without presents on his birthday, so he gave him his bow and arrow, along with his big hat, as a gift. The first time Skippy tried the bow, his arrow flew over Prince John's castle wall. On the other side, he saw Maid Marian and Lady Clock. Even though Marianne was related to Prince John, she was still Robin Hood's friend. As a matter of fact, they were childhood sweethearts. One day, Robin's friend, Friar Tuck, came to Sherwood Forest with some news. "Prince John is having an archery tournament tomorrow. Maid Marianne will kiss the winner." Everyone knew that Robin Hood was the best archer in all of England. The next day, two strangers appeared at the tournament, a stork and a duke. "Nobody will recognize us in these disguises. I will win the tournament and the kiss, but no one will know the winner is Robin Hood," Robin Hood said. Soon, the stork and the sheriff were the only ones left in the contest, and even though the sheriff tried to cheat by having the target moved, the stork made an amazing move and won. Prince John watched very closely. Robin Hood came to claim his prize, but Prince John ordered his guards to seize him and give him immediate death. But suddenly, Little John grabbed Prince John and told him to free Robin Hood. Once Robin Hood was free, a huge brawl began. Robin and Little John fought off the guards bravely. Swords clashed and arrows flew. Maid Marianne was almost seized by the guards, but Robin Hood rescued her. He and his friends escaped into the woods. Safely back in Sherwood Forest, all of them celebrated, and Little John even sang a song making fun of Prince. It was so funny that soon all of Nottingham was singing it. On hearing it, Prince John became very angry and commanded to double the taxes. But of course, nobody could pay, and the prisons were full. The sheriff even robbed the church and arrested the friar for objecting. When Prince John heard that Friar Tuck was in jail, he planned a new trap for Robin Hood. "We'll hang the friar in the morning, and when Robin Hood comes to the rescue, we'll have him," said Prince John. But Robin Hood was a foxy fellow, and he decided to disguise himself as a guard. He, along with Little John, climbed the high castle wall and carefully stole the jail keys away from the sheriff in his sleep. Everyone was surprised to see the familiar faces, and cried with joy. Meanwhile, Robin Hood had climbed up into Prince John's bedroom, where all the gold was kept. Prince John, along with Sir Hiss, were sound asleep. Robin Hood tied the bags of gold to a rope attached between the bedroom window and the jail. Suddenly, Prince John awoke and saw there was no gold left. The courtyard became a jumble of arrows, guards, and fleeing prisoners. Robin Hood had to jump into the moat in order to escape, and Prince John, seeing his hat bob to the surface, was overjoyed, thinking that Robin Hood had died. Hell, even Little John thought that Robin had drowned in that moat. But He was overjoyed upon the discovery of his continued life. Soon after his narrow escape, the good King Richard narrowly came back from the Crusades, taking his place back on the throne of England. Happiness returned to the land. Robin Hood and Maid Marian were married, and all their friends came to wish them well. Thank you for listening.